With Mike, talking about writing.
Good morning, folks. Actually, today I'm talking about Nexus, the science fiction superhero title I created with Steve Rude shortly before the American Revolution. Nexus has won every industry award, multiple Eisners, Russ Mannings, and Inkpot Awards. It started out in Madison, Wisconsin, and we were in the right place at the right time when my friends who owned Capital City Distribution, the second largest comic book distributor in the world at the time, decided they wanted to launch their own titles. They asked me for Costume Superhero. I went home and brainstormed. I'm not going to go through the whole process again because I've talked about it so many times, but I wrote the first 12 pages by drawing them out by hand on a legal pad, which is how I wrote comics for 25 years. I gave them to Steve Rude. He went home, penciled, inked, and lettered them. We showed them to the boys, and they said, okay, give us 20 more pages. We eventually switched from Capital to First Comics and from First to Dark Horse. It was at Dark Horse that Mike Richardson returned the copyright and trademark to me and Steve. An act of generosity that I don't think has ever been repeated by another publisher. For a long time, all the Nexuses have not been available. First did publish this at one time. It's a compilation of our first 3 black and white issues in the size in which they appear, which, as you can see, is oversized. Good luck finding a copy of this these days. And then, of course, Dark Horse issued 12 hardbound volumes of the Nexus omnibus, collecting just about everything we did up to the point at that time. And we still had a few more Nexuses to go through Dark Horse, which have never been collected, which is why I'm talking to you now, because Baron Comics is planning on issuing giant hardbound omnibus editions, which we're going to announce later this month, and they're going to be this size, and each issue is going to be at least 125 pages long. They're going to include everything that we did, Steve and I, plus all the guest issues that were done, including illustrations by Mike Mignola, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, and Paul Smith. There are a lot of great issues in there. Of course, Dude did most of them. These editions, I'm not sure if they're going to be leather bound, but they are going to be hardbound. They're going to be massive. And we have a plan to launch them shortly. Chris is working on the launch pad right now. If you go to my store, baroncomics.com, you can look at the videos he put together for anything we've published in the last 3 years. They're masterful. There's a reason for that, and that's it. Chris is a professional videographer. And by the way, these videos that I present every Tuesday are courtesy of my darling wife, Ann, who's holding this camera right now.
Me? Thank you. What?
My darling wife, Ann.
Thank you.
She's also my director.
Oh, yeah. Kind of.
So take a look at them. And for those who are looking for Nexus, you can usually find back issues at any big comic convention in the back issue bins or online. Some of them are very pricey. And this is your chance to get in on the ground floor for a huge collection that's encompassed just about everything we've ever done.
Awesome. So how were you able to get all the back issues if some of them were hard to find?
Dark Horse turned over every file to us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Incredible. Right. And do we have an idea when this is going to launch?
It's going to launch this month, before the end of the month.
Wow.
Probably in a couple of weeks. But if you go to my X page, which is @BloodyRedBaron on X, you'll see the announcement pinned to the top of my listings.
And is this going to be a crowdfunding or just directly buy from Barrett?
We are crowdfunding. We are crowdfunding.
Very good. All right. Well, stay tuned. And any words of advice to your audience?
I've said this before, but if you're serious about creating, it doesn't matter if you're an artist or a writer or a clothing designer, carry a pad and a pen with you everywhere you go. You're going to have your phone. Don't use the phone. Write things down in a pad. And the reason for that is, A, when you write it, it sticks in the memory much longer. And B, it's a lot easier to find than digging through file after file you automatically put in your phone every time you are trying to remember something.
Good point. All right, thanks. Stay tuned. Appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.